Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of
The English Couple.
You've got that off to a fine art, haven't you, Julian?
Yeah, playing about with it.
Yeah, anyway, welcome along to another exciting episode here at Biggleswick Farm. And as you can see, we're armed and dangerous.
Yeah.
So, on
I've
guard.
got arms and you're dangerous.
Oh yes, that's true. No, we're not fighting each other, nothing like that. But you may remember last time we were showing you the outline of where our new polytunnel is going to go. And we showed you we had some uprights. Well, now we're doing a bit of a strip show. We're taking the bark off.
A debacle of a strip show.
Yes. If I took my clothes off, it would be a debacle. So we're not doing that.
I think opinions differ, but never mind.
We'll take off the bark of our uprights, and you'll see us doing a bit of that, as well as a whole lot of other stuff in the episode. So sit back and enjoy.
That's everything I needed, apart from this here bucket, to sharpen my draw knife, which I did put off over winter because we weren't using it, and it did go by the wayside. Anyway, so now that I've got my Japanese whetstone and my leather strop, camellia oil, I've got it nice and sharp, and it's an absolute dream. So please God, I think we might need to get another one, a bigger one. Yeah, now I know how to sharpen it, I can get cracking. And because it's been months since I watched the tutorial videos on YouTube on how to sharpen my draw knife, I had to watch them again. And whilst we're on the topic, what we're doing here on Biggleswick Farm, these are not tutorial videos, as you may have gathered. This is you watching our journey, if you choose to do so, and we willingly share it. Not all of the gruesome details, but as much of the drama as we can cover for your delectation, for your entertainment. So don't, by any stretch of the imagination, think that we're trying to do tutorials. There are really good, really clever experts out there who do that, and we can't fill that niche. But back to work.
That's a very nice thing, isn't it?
Oh, that cabin, yeah, I like that cabin.
This is the life, isn't it?
It sure is.
Cheers. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers, my dears.
We were given this outdoor garden swing thing by one of our lovely viewers.
Nice swing bench.
And we only really got it up yesterday, didn't we?
We did. Properly, anyway.
Properly. I mean, it's been sitting around here. We've got a little bit of repair work, well, a bit of painting, some wood preserving on the bench bit, but...
so that we can leave it out.
Yeah, otherwise we just have to put it away. I'm slightly staying in the sunshine so that when we're in the shade we're a bit not seen, that's the thing.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. That's why I'm rocking us in backwards and forwards. Like
that makes sense.
Yeah. So 1 minute you see us and then next
you
minute
don't.
you don't. Now you see us, next minute you don't.
Fun game.
Yeah. Obviously, one of the pleasures of having a bit of land is to be able to sit back, and enjoy it, isn't it? I mean, we enjoy doing the work and the progression of seeing the land change into something rather wonderful and great for what we want it for, but it's nice to be able to just sit back and enjoy that.
Yeah, it's quite a classic gardener's pastime, isn't it? To sit back, relax, and look at what you've achieved, where your hard work's gone.
Absolutely. And I mentioned this in my other channel, but I wanted to reiterate it really. It is, you've got to kind of have faith or confidence perhaps in yourself. It's very easy to feel something is too big, too much of a challenge. You couldn't do it. But
to be defeatist.
Yeah. And I think sometimes that is, we kind of get a bit trained like that. Not necessarily on purpose, maybe, who knows. But we're not overly always encouraged, are we, unfortunately, in life, to give things a go. And I think it's very important to be able to sort of be happy to give something a go, and it doesn't matter if it doesn't work out. And with us, I mean, I walked around the perimeter the other day, 2.5 acres, and I just was kind of staggered because we've cleared quite a bit now. And I thought, it's quite a big space. What a challenge we have to maintain it, especially as nature is pushing up all the stinging nettles, the thistles, the brambles, and the grass. But it didn't make me think I couldn't do it. I mean, how do you feel about it, Julia?
This is how I feel about it. Let's get it. Let's get it done. Let's get in there. It's exciting. It's a challenge, and it's an achievable challenge. It's only 2.5 acres,
Yeah.
I mean, it's.
And I think also the fact that we look back over the last 6 months, what we've done in that time, and we're not being big-headed about it, but and of course for at least 2 months we couldn't come up during the winter really and do anything because it was just torrential rain day after day after day. Mm-hmm. So discount those, and of course I had this strange muscle thing, which rendered me fairly useless. And you look back and you go, we did this. It's not finished. I don't suppose it'll ever be finished, but it's a progression and we're enjoying it.
Well, it's the same as us people. We never stop learning till the day you die.
Exactly.
And you never stop. Progress. I despise that word sometimes.
Yes, because you think we're progressing to where? Where exactly are you progressing? But
I was going to say develop, but even development doesn't have good connotations these days. Not natural ones, anyway.
We're fashioning the land for
cultivating and nurturing. Yeah.
Exactly. And I mean, we have our purpose, of course, is to grow stuff, learn how to grow, be self-sufficient as much as you can, because, we haven't got any animals on here, so we can't rear meat and all that. But if we know the provenance of the food that we grow over the years, and we know that eating good quality food is good for you and good for the mental health, that's really handy. But also having hands-on and the connection to the earth itself is very good for the mental health. Being outside we're so blessed at the moment with the sunshine.
The vitamin D.
And that's the thing, is that it's very easy to sort of see the scale of it and just think, I've got to get on. But you do have to take time out to enjoy it. Otherwise, what's the point?
You'd burn out too quickly if you did that.
And of course, every day there is something new to see in nature. I mean, I'm just looking at behind the camera one of the willows that we've got, and every day the leaves are more bountiful and they're bigger. The grass is becoming more lush, and it makes me think I'm going to have to get the tractor out and get an attachment to keep it down a bit. Mm-hmm. We've very interested to see what else comes up out of the land, seeing as it's been uncultivated for so long.
And actually, you say that, since we've cleared so much of the area, I mean, when we arrived it was big tall grass, wasn't it?
That's right.
Unmaintained, unmanaged.
Day,
yeah, that was on a different thing though.
Oh, was it?
It was.
Get confused which thing that we...
I know.
Yes.
So And so because we've done that, we've cleared back some of the stuff. We've seen new things coming up, not necessarily new to us,
Yes.
that hasn't been able to thrive here for quite a number of years when the brambles and the thorns and the thistles took over. So we've brought more balance, and we're seeing some of the ancient stuff come out.
And also it's amazing to see the speed that plants, I mean, you've been planting seeds,
Yep.
and some of them haven't done very much, and some of them are just bursting. And I'm amazed. Sometimes, you say, oh, there's nothing coming in, and I think, well, hold on, I'm amazed that they've had time to sort of germinate and pop up anyway. But some of them are amazing, aren't they? They're shooting up, the onions are shooting up.
Yeah.
So it a bit of sunshine, and suddenly everything just comes to life.
Yeah.
Certainly makes us a bit more
Yeah.
full on life, although it can get too hot.
I was going to say the trick now is to keep things moist in there.
Yes, because even for us humans, it gets too nice like this. You get something comfortable, we could just easily doze off, couldn't we?
Yep.
You do a job. I mean, yesterday you saw me making the wood thing, the wood store, chopping all that wood. And when I finished that, I originally thought I can do 3 jobs today, and that was one of the jobs. But when I finished that, it was pretty much towards the end of the day, and I just had a time to start the debarking stuff, although most of that's been done today by Julia and myself. And it's amazing how long something takes, especially if you go, I'm just going to have a sit down for half an hour, smoke a pipe, and an hour disappears. But does it really matter in the great scheme of things?
No, you do have to keep that balance in all areas, really, and time and efforts spent, and time and relaxation.
I mean, you were so busy with those roots yesterday.
Yeah, that was about 4 hours work. That was.
And how did
worth it.
How did you feel in the morning? Because you had your hands deep in the mud, in the earth, in the soil. It looks so great now.
Yeah.
And you came up with a massive, great wheelbarrow full of full of roots.
Yep. Yes, my carpal tunnel. My wrists are exhibiting some more carpal tunnel. It's been a while.
And carpal tunnel is.
It's where the.
So is it a tube
there's a little kind of like cartilage tube or ligament tube that goes through the wrist joint, and if it gets inflamed, it squeezes things and there's swelling going on around. But I've got the herbal rubbings and stuff. Need to take some more of them.
And sometimes that's the thing, isn't it? You can do a job too long and you think, actually, I now need to rest and do something else. You're using different parts of the body, different muscle groups, and that gives that muscle group, or whatever it is, a chance to recover. And I think that's very important, which is why you often perhaps see us go from one job to another job and then return to another job, because we're slowly building up our stamina as well.
Yeah, you've got to keep it fresh. Keep moving to a new thing, so you're not constant. Yeah, you've just said all that.
Did I say it all?
I was just going to try and say it in another way, just in case anyone didn't get that. But
yeah, you didn't get it. Julia can say it to you in another way.
Why not?
Absolutely. Well, I think I'm just going to sit back here and have a little bit of shut-eye, enjoy the sunshine before go back to the old draw knife business and debarking.
What about the other thing?
Oh, the other one?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
a beaut.
That is a lovely thing. It's thing.
Nice and cosy.
Yeah, you can
Cool in the summer, warm in the winter.
Absolutely.
Perfect. Fun. It's the umpteenth time I've rewrapped this lovely peach tree of mine. Whilst we're here though, it's got some beautiful pink peachy coloured buds coming out on it. Gorgeous. Get a shot of them in a minute. So yeah, didn't show getting these on. Quite glad too, because it was a right faff. I need to work out a better way of getting these on. I thought maybe buy some more twine, because the twine we've got has now been shredded into foot-long lengths. Get some more twine.
Buy a mouse?
Yeah, buy a mouse. And tie it to one of the canes at the bottom, and then wrap it spiraled up, and then tie it at the top. Might work, might not. My lovely friend Lee suggested that I could use pegs. That could also work. Speaking of Lee, her and her lovely husband Dick, and it's my nectarine, also our nectarine, also covered in this fleece. But Lee and Dick very kindly gave us this beautiful, funny shaped admittedly, but I mean it's a wonky tree for a wonky land, yes? Plum. It's a plum. It was given to them by friends when they helped them out at some point in the past, and they'd not been able to plant it, and they were feeling quite sad about it. So they said, "Do we want it?" And I said, "Oh yes, please." I know roughly where it's going to go, and yeah, it'd be a great place for it to have its forever home. So we're delighted to accept this gift. So Richard and I had a discussion on where to place this lovely plum. The obvious answer was near the other fruit trees, and yeah, we've decided that there's got to be a bit of a picnic area here, so to leave that space available. But this right here is going to be the spot for the plum, and I think I've worked out which orientation I'm going to put it in. Now we've got to dig the hole. We have one hole and one plum tree. Now I must put the two together. It's going to be fun. Never done it anything this big before. Oh, it's coming. Whew. She's heavy. She ain't heavy, she's my plum. Whew. How's that, I think? Fill it in. A little wiggling. Better? And there we have it. Another addition to our lovely little food forest of fruit trees. Exciting.
Well, that looks like it's very dark. Hang on. We'll try that. Well, today, whilst Julia's sorting out the plum tree, I am doing some hoeing, ho ho ho, with a little hand tool that was gifted to us. Thank you so much. I think that was Mark who gave that to us, and we're really appreciative. This is the area that you may have seen us in a previous episode wanting to plant our potatoes in, and the earlies are getting ready now. They're almost chitted up to about 2 centimetres, so they're going to go in very soon. So we covered it in black plastic, as you may have seen, for a few weeks. Not everything has completely died off, but it's made it a lot easier for me to go over the surface area and some of the roots, and I'm just not going to get all of them, with the hoe. And then I'm going to cover it up back with the black plastic, and then I think in a week or so we're going to put them in. We're away for a short period, so we can't do it then. So I'm not going to do the whole stretch, because the earlies, I think we've got 2 batches of earlies, and I shall estimate where they're going, and then the main crop will go in further down. We chose this area because it's on a bit of a slope, so we hope that it will continually get water to water the potatoes, so we haven't manually got to do it, although of course we've come down here with the I nearly called it a washing machine, but I meant the watering can. Anyway, I'll get on with that and carry on doing this labour intensive job whilst I think the sun is trying to come out, which is lovely. What a great place. Peace and quiet, and working away with some hand tools. So anyway, talking doesn't get it done, so we'll crack on. Well, this is interesting, and I suppose one should have thought about this beforehand. I've been raking, as you've seen, and every inch is covered with deep-rooted roots. Deep-rooted roots, not weeds. Well, they're weeds to us. Look at this, been pulling out. These are, I think, the thistle roots. Hundreds of them, thousands of them. And they're all embedded in the earth in an intricate network. We want to put potatoes here, and it's kind of almost solid with these roots. Now, we want to do no dig. Of course, no dig presumes that there is, a natural microcausal, whatever it is, framework underneath. The roots will find their way in and do what they need. The potatoes will do what they need to do. However, I have a feeling that with all these roots, they're just going to come back up anyway, which we kind of knew, and we thought, well, we can hoe round the potatoes. But I'm beginning to think that actually I need to get the garden fork out and dig the roots out. So I don't really want to damage the network of underground microcausal whatever. But farmers have been doing this digging, and we can put in nettle soup and various things to try and feed them as basic as we can, as organically as we can, and hope that that will work. But I think what I'll do is I'll do half the bed by digging it out. I mean, we can test this. I haven't spoken to Julia about this, but I think I'm just going to give it a whirl, get rid of some of these roots, because I want the topsoil here, which is very, very good quality and full of goodness. I want it to be a tilth soil. Of course, we will have to put on more soil on the top, which will either come from somewhere else here and compost, or I may have to buy some in. Yeah, that seems nice and sturdy. So there we go. Hope you can see here. That's kind of the finished product. I've just got to cover it back up with plastic now. But I have used the fork, and I haven't turned it over. I've just plonked the fork in, pulled it back, just to pull the weeds, the roots rather, apart. And you can hear them going like that. So I'm hoping that I've disrupted their growth, at least enough, because I don't want to break up the microcausium. Whatever it's called, however you pronounce it, and so I'm hoping that that is enough space for the earlies. If it isn't, I'll just extend a bit and carry on. Julia suggested we put some cardboard over the top, which might be a good idea. I'm not going to do that this moment. I'm just going to put the plastic back and let the heat warm up the soil, and hopefully, because I don't want to have it exposed to the sunshine, because I certainly don't want to burn off the soil, and also I don't want it to encourage any growth, so I'll bung that back. But for now, until we get the planting bit done, which will be very soon, that's all I'm doing on here. Well, we've had a job for the tractor.
Yeah.
For what name is it?
I don't think we've actually covered that yet.
Thanks for all the million different names for the tractor. It's been absolutely brilliant.
I have made a tally of all the names, and we will select something at some point.
Yes. Meanwhile, it's our Fordson Major.
The high horse.
The high horse. High Henry, as some people call it.
Yeah.
Anyway, point is, we actually had a legitimate job. The ground has been a bit wet, it's still a little bit boggy, but we had 2 jobs to do. One of which was to bring some sleepers that our friend in the neighbouring field had retrieved from a gardening job he did. And these are to set the caravan on so it spreads the load and the caravan doesn't just sink.
We're not just talking about sleeping people or sleeping foxes or something. We're talking
Or
about
sleeping policemen.
You're talking about railway sleepers.
Yeah, railway sleepers, exactly. And these are long and very heavy, even though they're quite old. And I was saying to Ian, actually, whose sleepers they were, which he said these are really old. I said probably then back in the day of the steam age. So it had steam trains running over them.
How cool is that?
So we've borrowed his trailer, and every time I say the word trailer, I just start to think...
For sale or rent.
Rooms to let 50 cents.
Anyway, we don't want to get copyrighted.
No, we don't want to get copyright strike. So anyway, we've borrowed his trailer, as you can see, and we loaded those up. Julia's been doing most of the driving. I've been doing some filming. Julia did try to film me.
And I failed.
And yeah, my crowning glory was really the end bits. You know when you film and you forget, and you film in between?
You start hitting record, or you think you're hitting record, but actually you're hitting stop record, and then you're recording.
You're recording the bit when the camera's... Yeah. That's the bit she filmed.
You usually do that on my phone, but I've done that on the camera.
So, anyway, doesn't matter. There'll be plenty of me driving the tractor in due course, I'm sure. So the other job that we had to do is to bring up some logs from the perimeter fence that has been cut. They're all very heavy. So again, we did the 2 jobs in one. We've had fun learning how to hitch the trailer to the tractor, and we have a bit of a wobbly hitch on the tractor at the moment, but you can buy all these fittings, but we've just improvised with it is a ball joint, proper ball joint, but it's just a little bit wobbly on the...
It was a little rusty, we had to...
Yeah. But we got there in the end.
It's not like it's going miles on the road or anything.
And as you can see from the footage, hopefully, you know, this is where a tractor, and I know some people were saying, what, a tractor for an allotment? It's
not an allotment.
It's 2.5 acres.
And how many allotments do you know of 2.5 acres?
Exactly. So this has been really useful, and I think today was the first legitimate day. I mean, obviously it had to arrive when you saw it the other week, but that's it. So now we'll unload this, and we'll take it back to its housing with our neighbour. We got that job done.
Yes, that saved us an awful lot of backache.
Yeah.